On September 23rd, 2024, I decided to go fishing after work. It was on a stream I'd fished dozens of times before. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary at first.
Fish!
I caught a few smallmouth bass and took in the scenery of such a beautiful spot. Things changed though when I walked under the bridge. After a few casts, I noticed something small wriggling in the sand next to me. Curious, I picked it up and put it into my hand. Was it a small eel? A water slug of some kind? Little did I know, I had just caught a fish most fishermen don't even know exists. The Margined Madtom. It's hard to find information on this fish. I mean, just look at how short this Wikipedia page is. Today, we're going to learn about this tiny member of the catfish family and figure out what makes it such an elusive fish. The Margined Madtom has a native range that spans the East Coast US from Georgia to New York. It's also introduced in a few isolated pockets, including Michigan, Ontario, and New Hampshire. They're most likely introduced these areas from being used as bait, but as I'll explain later, you want to think twice before doing that. This fish is very picky about where it lives.
Nope.
You won't find this thing at your local pond or lake like other catfish species.
Nope.
They prefer shallow streams with a moderate current and rocky or gravel bottoms. They can tolerate moderate levels of pollution, but they prefer clean, clear water. Because of that, their presence can be an indicator of good water quality. Populations outside these conditions are possible, but they're pretty rare. Just like others in the catfish family, the Margined Madtom has 4 pairs of barbels, or whiskers, equipped with taste buds to help it look for food along the bottom. It can be identified from other madtoms by the dark outline or margin along its fins. Adults usually grow to 3.5 to 5 inches, but the one I caught was only 1.8 inches. Being such a small fish makes the Margined Madtom a prime target for predators, which is why it spends most of the day hidden between and under rocks. Since the one I found was wriggling in the sand, it's likely that they bury themselves in sand or gravel to hide too. They're a nocturnal fish as well, feeding primarily at night to avoid predators, like the smallmouth bass. When a predator does find one, the Margined Madtom has a trick up its sleeve to defend itself. All 29 species in the Madtom genus are equipped with venomous spines on their dorsal and pectoral fins that can deliver a sting comparable to a bee sting. It's basically like having bees strapped to 3 of its fins. Now knowing this, would you want to use these as bait? I certainly wouldn't. Spawn time occurs between spring and early summer. In this time, eggs are laid in clumps under flat rocks. The male will then guard the eggs until they hatch. If severely threatened, the male may abandon the nest or eat the eggs. Males are also known to mouth the eggs, which is to put it in their mouth without actually eating them. It's speculated that they do this to aerate the eggs. The eggs take 7 days to hatch. Newly hatched fish are equipped with a yolk sac to supply them with nutrients until they're old enough to fend for themselves. Fry feed off microscopic zooplankton in the water. What's that? Oh, sorry. Apparently zooplankton is actually pronounced zooplankton. Don't you just hate getting tripped up by words pronounced differently from the way they're spelt? Anyways, once the fry are big enough and become juveniles, they'll feed off small insect larvae in the water. Once they become adults, they open up their diet to insects and small fish too. Both males and females reach maturity by 2 years old, though males can reach maturity as early as 1 year. This is important because the species only lives around 4 years old in the wild. If you want to catch one of these fish for yourself, location is crucial. Find a nice small stream with decent flow and plenty of rocks along the bottom. I haven't found too many recorded catches of this species, but most of them were caught using an earthworm. They're bottom feeders, so try cutting a small piece of worm onto an Aberdeen hook and use a weight to run it along the bottom. Remember that they're nocturnal too, so you'll have a better chance of catching them if you try fishing at night. If you're lucky like me, you might just stumble upon one wriggling on the sand on the riverbank. Just remember to be careful of those bee-stinging spines. Well, that's just about everything we currently know about the Margined Madtom. Have you ever caught a surprise fish like this one? Are there any other fish you'd like me to cover in the future? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and check out my other videos too. I have a lot of really fun fishing adventures on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.